The Missing Tooth. Arrow and Robbie were best friends. They both rode green bikes with horns that went honka honka. Isn't this good pizza, Arrow? Come again, boys. I'm challenging my second Aunt Andy today. They both had ant farms and horned toads. They both like to trade basketball cards. And they both love peanut butter ice cream. Arrow said, I think we are best friends because we are so much alike. We even have a tooth missing in the same place. One day at school, the teacher said, Arrow and Robbie, look at you today. Arrow and Robbie laughed. They both had on a blue Robot Man shirt, red pants, and black sneakers. Arrow put his arm around Robbie. He said, we match all over, even our teeth match. Then Arrow and Robbie both smiled, a big smile, so everyone could see. Later, Robbie and Arrow was playing checkers. Robbie said, guess what? My other front tooth is loose. He wiggled his tooth. Arrow wanted to be the same as Robbie. He tried wiggling his tooth. I think mine is loose too, he said, but it really wasn't. Let's make a bet, said Robbie. If my tooth comes out first, you have to give me 10 cents. If your tooth comes out first, I have to give you 10 cents. Is it a deal? Arrow did not want to make the deal, but he said yes anyway. They shook it on. A few days later, Robbie went to Arrow's house. They were going to trade basketball cards. Hey! Robbie had a pink rose card. I wish I had the pink rose card, said Arrow. Will you trade it? Robbie shook his head. No, Arrow, he said. It is my best card. I cannot trade it. Arrow got up. I'm hungry, he said. Let's not trade cards anymore. Arrow got 2 apples. He gave one to Robbie. They sat outside together. Robbie bit into his apple. He put his hand over his mouth. Look, Arrow, my other tooth came out. Robbie held his hand. The tooth was in it. Gee, said Arrow. What? That's neat. But now we are not the same. Here's the tooth. Robbie did not seem to hear. He saw Mr. Walker go by. Mr. Walker, shouted Robbie, I just lost a tooth. Well, well, said Mr. Walker, the Tooth Fairy will be coming to your house tonight. With my Tooth Fairy money, I can buy more basketball cards, said Robbie. Then Robbie looked at Arrow. Hey, I almost forgot. We had a bet. My tooth came out first. You have to give me 10 cents. Arrow gave Robbie the money. He was mad. Robbie was going to get money from the Tooth Fairy. Robbie was going to get more basketball cards, and Robbie already had a pink rose card. It was not fair. Robbie had everything. Arrow went into the backyard. Robbie followed him. Arrow began to swim on his tire. Can I swim too? asked Robbie. No, said Arrow. Let's play ball, said Robbie. I don't want to, said Arrow. If you will not play, said Robbie, I'm going home. Hurry up, said Arrow. Don't keep the Tooth Fairy waiting. You are mean, said Robbie. I don't want to play with you anymore. and Robbie went home. Arrow went inside. He made a tower of block. Then he pushed it down. He felt as lonely as his one space in front. The next day, Arrow did not say hello to Robbie. At show and tell, Robbie showed his tooth money. He also showed his box of basketball cards. I'm going to buy more basketball cards today, said Robbie. Wow. After show and tell, Robbie put away his basketball cards. One fell out. Robbie did not see it, but Arrow did. He picked it up. It was the Pete Rose card. Arrow wanted to keep the card. He almost put it in his pocket. Then he looked at Robbie. It was Robbie's card. He would be sad without it. It was wrong for Arrow to take it. Robbie was feeding the fish. Arrow went over to him. Here, Robbie, said Arrow. You dropped this. Gee, thanks, Arrow said Robbie. Robbie went and put the card in his box. I'm sorry we had a fight, Robbie said. Arrow nodded. Me too, he said. Robbie took something out of his pocket. It was 10 cents. Take this back, said Robbie. It was supposed to make a bet. Arrow thought for a moment. Then he said, no, you keep it. A bet is a bet. Come on, let's go play. Robbie and Arrow ran to the jungle gym. They climbed up to the top. Arrow hung upside down. His mouth bumped the bar. Arrow sat up. His hand was over his mouth. Robbie, look at this, cried Arrow. Arrow held out his hand. There was a tooth in it. Now we have matching teeth again, said Robbie. No, we don't, said Arrow. Arrow opened his mouth. The hole was in it. A different place. Robbie and Arrow both smiled a big smile. They did not have matching teeth, but they were best friends anyway. The end.